You're listening to the Loudmouth Radio Network. What up, everybody? This is Sonny, your Loudmouth of Comedy. I got something to share with you guys. You listening? Check it out. Sonny's Loudmouth Comedy Presents is coming to, what? Shooters Bar and Grill of Temecula. We're doing comedy and karaoke every third Wednesday live comedy event, right? We're doing open mic, feature comics, and we're topping it off with karaoke. Now, this is the best part. I need you to get your tickets. We're doing advance tickets and table reservations. We're not doing anything at the door, which means you need to get your tickets. And you need to go to where? Loudmouthcomedy.com. That's LOUDDMOUTH, loudmouthcomedy.com, all together. Get your tickets. Tell the homies. You can get you some reservations for tables, seating. Also, listen, if you are a comic, or maybe you do spoken word, or you might sing or something like that, you want to take part in the open mic, I need you to go to loudmouthcomedy.com and get your opportunity to get registered and signed up for the open mic. It's limited spaces. Don't let me tell you I didn't tell you ahead of advance. Now you gotta do this in advance, right? And you need to be registered well in advance, okay? So you need to go to loudmouthcomedy.com. Uncontrollable laughter, great food, drinks, and a comfortable atmosphere. I can't wait to see you. Welcome to Loudmouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of Loudmouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms. San Jacinto, Temecula Valley areas, and throughout the Inland Empire. Are you looking to become a homeowner in 2024? Register today for the New Home and the New Year seminar hosted by Soul by Sunny. Let's get you from rental to homeowner in the new year. Get the latest insight of down payment assistance programs, whether you purchased a home before or purchasing for the first time. We want to make sure you're provided with the necessary information needed for you to buy your new home in 2024. Look forward to seeing you there.
Hi, I'm Hector Calvillo of J&H Automotive, located at 611 West Florida Avenue in Hemet, California. We are a full-service automotive repair shop where you can always expect to receive the highest quality repairs, fairest pricing, best customer service in the industry. My brother George and I grew up watching our dad work on classic cars as a backyard mechanic. His hard work ethic and dedication led us to opening up J&H Automotive in 2009. We started out with a 500 square foot repair shop, and we have consistently grown over the past 15 years to our new 10,000 square foot repair facility in the heart of Hemet. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 951-766-5999 to set an appointment for all your automotive service needs.
Hello, my name is Takasha Smith. I'm the owner of Takasha's Kitchen, based out of Menifee, in the Southern California area. As a chef and caterer, I provide private cooking classes, couples dinners, and private parties. As a female pitmaster, I am able to create a personalized experience for your family reunion gatherings. I create menus based on my clients' needs to have a more personal vibe. You can find Takasha's Kitchen on all social media networks such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my YouTube channel at Takasha's Kitchen. And that's spelled TACASHAS Kitchen, KITCHEN.
You're listening to the Loudmouth Radio Network. Oh, this is good. So, Miss Dezzarae, you got your live going, honey?
Look, I'm titling
I think I'm feeling a little jealous about your goblet. Your goblet look like a Viking goblet. You done gave me the little troll baby goblet. You see this? See how she do her guess? Already out the gate. She got the big, her goblet sits differently.
Look, They already know. My team knows. They're like, oh, this is the only kind of glass that she drinks out of. I'm like,
Everybody got their own glass.
I'm gonna need mine.
I got my own pen. I got my special pen, my special cup. Don't play with me.
Yes.
Do not play with me, people. Well, we are live. And we're live on Loudmouth Radio Network on this recording, but we're live on social media. And we're also in the physical space of Wine Now.
That's right.
In Rancho Cucamonga. And I have a beautiful entrepreneur to my right. This profiteer here is our special guest, Dezzarae Henderson. Dezzaree's over here fighting with her phone.
I'm trying to get, okay. Look, I had to name my live.
2 Ds on the live.
Oh, see, okay, see, okay.
Girl, put the other D in there, no space.
Oh, see,
put that D in there.
You see what happened?
Put a D. Boom.
Okay.
Bam.
All right.
Bam.
Oh, it's counting me down. I'm gonna be live.
Girl, Dezzarae is excited.
I'm gonna get it live too. This is fancy.
We got the feds on us now, girl. We live. Live.
And now my people watch me. They're like, "No, what's she doing?"
I know.
I'm live, y'all. I'm doing a podcast.
They're not accustomed to you talking on social media.
They got me out
Slide
here.
Slide up a little more to your mic.
Okay. Oh, closer.
Yep, you good right there. Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing a podcast. I'm live right now. We're doing it.
Yeah, look, let's see. You can look on see my computer. We live, girl. We live. We real live.
Now, where can we see you live? Where can my folks also see it live too on yours?
So I'm on my Facebook page.
And I'm Facebook.
Yeah, we're gonna repost it. So
okay,
it'll be,
I don't know if my Instagram
YouTube.
folks know how to do the Facebook because
that's okay.
It's different generations.
Yeah, that's okay. Cause see, if you tag me, did you tag me on IG?
Let me see. How do I do in the comments?
At Loudmouth.
Okay, we gonna add the Loudmouth with the 2 D's.
Yeah, O-U-T-H.
Okay, I feel like it should come up. Okay.
Oh, see, it's right here. That's the tag.
See, I messed up. See, okay.
So Loudmouth, L-O-U-D-D.
I was wondering why it wasn't popping up. I was like, usually it should be automatic.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, do I invite? No, I don't want to.
Invite.
Oh, invite.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. She done invited me on.
Okay, is that what do I have? And it's going.
Just leave it there.
Okay, all right. And it's gonna take off. It's gonna do something.
Boom.
Okay.
Yep. So we already live, y'all. Y'all got excuses. We doing some technical stuff while we already live.
I'm trying to get
we already
right.
in.
I don't know.
We good now. Just stay there. You good now?
Okay, I was trying to turn this so the people could see you.
No, I want you to see you. You stay just right where you at.
Y'all get to
because I got both of us. Okay, you see this? I got both of us. I got us straight.
Okay,
that's right. She like we fancy. We real fancy. We at Wine Now in the tasting room in Rancho Cucamonga. What's up, hey? Look, what's up, IG? What's going on, IG? What's going on? It's sunny.
So y'all don't think I'm talking to myself. I'm
not snuffleupagus. There's a real person here. So I want your followers to see you doing your interview tonight. So this is going to be a treat.
My first podcast.
This is her first. She's a podcast virgin, y'all. I get to be the first one to get her on the actual podcast platform. So we're just going to clap it up.
Give me some wine.
Look,
I'm like, I don't know. Cheers. She said, are you ready? I said, I don't know. We're going to find out.
And as you can see, we actually have official wine. We're at Wine Now. We was not going to do this interview without some wine. Dezzarae, try me if you want to.
Right.
I know we're still getting to know each other, but try me if you want to.
I said, well, I'll come to Temecula. Okay. You're like, no. I'm going to come there.
Yes. See, this is the wonderful thing about Loudmouth. You're part of the Loudmouth network. You're a part of loudmouth.com, right? Yeah. And with you being a part of loudmouth.com, we want to wrap around our network members. And you have a physical business. You have a beautiful business. You guys see this place behind me? This is a wine tasting room that is in the heart of Rancho Cucamonga. If you guys are familiar with this area, we're in the Haven City Market, right?
Yes, in the same shopping center.
The same shopping center. So I want to officially introduce you because I didn't get a chance to really do that. We were still playing around with the technical parts.
Yes.
So Wine Now is a wonderful business that is started by this amazing person that's right here to my right, guys. Because some of y'all she might be on my left. I don't know because how the camera's pointed. But this side of my hand, right? And I came to find out about you from one of my very good buddies, Kevin Davis, comedian Kevin Davis.
Yes.
He was the honorable connection. Mm-hmm. And I came up here, and from the moment I met you, was just an ultimate delight. And it's just been a wonderful step-by-step. And you guys you'll get to see what I'm talking about. You'll get to hear the personality and the brand and the intelligence and the vision. So, Dezzarae, what I want to do is allow you to talk to our listeners and let them know where you're from.
Okay.
All right, and we'll just kind of graduate. So we're gonna toast it up. We already had our first part of the toast, so we're gonna sip our wine and we're gonna relax and enjoy this because this is what we do on Loudmouth Radio, right?
Okay.
So we're here on location in the Wine Now wine tasting room, and this is a beautiful space, guys. So Dezzarae,
Yeah.
let's let you go. Where are you from, honey?
I'm from California. I've never lived in good old Southern California.
Okay, so you're an original Californian.
I am.
Where were you born? What city?
Look, all boring Panorama City. Look, in the valley.
Oh, girl, see, now you done lost me.
I
We
was
was
like,
doing real good. We're just gonna stay to California.
Right, we're just gonna keep
What
it
county is
SoCal.
that?
Right, far.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised Southern California. Mostly grew up, lived in like Inglewood and Compton, like early life, and then.
So let me tell y'all something right now.
Look, I gotta get my street cred early. Look, everybody's like, you are not.
This is
With
refined moments.
with the wine lounge, they're like, don't try it.
See, there's always different representation. That's what y'all get stereotyping. Because see, y'all thought I was gonna say, Dezzarae, I'm gonna let you finish, girl. Go
What?
raise the.
Look, and mostly born up in Orange County.
That deserved a sip. Cause see, everybody expected there to be another undertone there.
Mm-hmm.
So Inglewood, Compton, Orange County, and for those who do not know about some of these areas, they have such a diversity of neighborhoods and affluency and so go ahead. So you were born and raised in California.
Yeah, mostly grew up
You've been in all parts of Southern Cal, sounds like.
Yeah, I've been in the Inland Empire since 2010, and that was like a culture shock.
For real.
It was like, what is
That's the cool
here?
thing about Cali, that every area is kind of different.
We have like multiple states and cultures in one.
Absolutely.
Like parts of LA are different from other parts of LA.
Absolutely.
Orange County, North County, separate from South County.
Right.
The IE is its own vibe. San Diego's its own vibe. So
Exactly.
it just
I
depends.
say that all the time.
Yeah. You get a little bit of
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Mhm. Along with
So-
the weather. So you get a little bit of different
Yes.
weathers
Yes.
and diversity in cultures. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So being from here, you've seen a lot. You've watched California grow leaps and bounds. So what did you do growing up? Like, what was some of your interests?
So I'm an only child. So
Wow.
And at
I
the
would have
ti-
never gathered that.
Yeah, only child.
That's
only
cool.
child. So I have
Y'all gotta
my-
forgive me. I'm sweating like a hee-haw over here. Let
Oh,
me
you
tell
need some
something.
fans. See, I got my fan.
Girl, I left mine. You know I'm mad. I left my neck fan,
I
y'all.
got my
so.
fan, you guys. So
Baby, thank
I'm
you.
cheating over here with my
Girl.
fan and wine because I sweat.
Girl, I'm over here having private summer moments. Don't judge me. Y'all already, those over 45 know what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing. It was
I couldn't even put my cap on. I wasn't even gonna do it today, honey. My brain is hot.
Like it was over 100. It was 104, 105 degrees today. So
Yes.
you have every right to be sweating.
Yes.
And it's still warm outside,
Baby, and it's it's
Yeah.
almost 7-something o'clock,
And
and
it's
it's
still
still
hot.
like 99 degrees
So,
outside.
right in October. We in the fall allegedly. We in the fall.
Fall down.
Right. We in
Go
the
ahead,
fall
Desiree.
where?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It ain't fell off yet.
No, not at all. Summer is still hanging on.
It is. Oh
Summer.
my
So
God.
yeah. So I'm mostly born and raised Southern California. Went to school here. I went to undergrad at Chapman University as a business major.
Nice.
Went to grad school at Azusa Pacific in Azusa. So I didn't venture off far, y'all.
You didn't.
My
You
mom
stayed
tricked
in a-
me.
she-
My mom tricked me. She was
What'd
like,
she
I
do?
wanted to go to Spelman. I was like, I want to go to HBCU. And she was like, well, we can only, we only go see you like once a year, and you can't take your car. And I was like, oh, so I'm gonna be.
Oh, she stripped you out the gate.
Here's the thing.
She was like, baby, you can go, but you ain't gonna have nothing.
She used them old school Mama Jedi
Oh,
tactics.
she
And
got
now
you.
that I'm older, I'm like, you know what? She got me. So
She did.
She got me. So
Hold on, I
Oh,
knocked the whole volume
Oh,
up. I
I
was
was
like,
gonna
what
say,
just
oh,
happened? That
you
was
in
my
the
fault.
tunnel for a second.
Girl, I
You
hit
was
the
in the
levels.
subway. Okay.
I hit the level. My bad.
Okay, see all these
My bad,
buttons.
y'all. That was my fault.
Yeah.
See,
so-
y'all know we really recording live because that was
We
I
are.
accidentally my fan menu hit the
laughing.
level.
People laughing at this.
Girl, I'm over here sweating like I'm running from Harriet Tubman's captors, baby. I am hot. Okay, this
Yes.
is called menopause.
Yes, you
Pre-
want
pre-
pre- yeah,
Girl, it's horrible. Woo. coming up my back of my neck like an engine. You know what I'm talking about? Yes.
No, see.
Nothing else. It's just like right here, from my shoulders up, and it's like
you need
right
one of
here.
those neck fans.
I do, and I left it. I have a neck fan.
That's so sad. We have to have a whole artillery to go out.
I'm trying to tell you. And I'm over here trying to keep me cool, girl, but it ain't much I can do.
You might need, look, I'm going to share the fan.
I appreciate you, Suge. I appreciate you.
Yeah, so I grew up doing different things. I was a competitive gymnast. I was a cheerleader. People laugh. I was in show choir, y'all. We were singing,
That's
dancing,
what I could
and we
tell.
would compete. I know,
That's
right?
looked like she was all she could be.
Right. And
You was like, whatever, I'm going to do it.
right. And there was a hip-hop dance team in college. I did it all.
I love you,
I
Dad.
was a fitness teacher at one time. I did a little bit of everything. I can't sit still, so I don't know what it is.
Anybody from the West Indies in your family?
You know what? On my daddy's, on my mama's side, my granddaddy and them. Yeah.
Where they from?
We don't quite know. We just know somewhere in the West Indies.
But
And then
probably
South
Jamaica.
Carolina. Maybe.
Yeah, because
That's
you holding a
probably-
lot of positions.
That
like,
part.
Yeah. Mhm.
And still do.
No shame.
Yeah.
Same here.
So
No shame.
yeah. So I've done a little bit of everything.
So you had a lot of so I love it. So you've always been kind of social.
Yes.
In that way.
Yes.
And active.
Yes.
Yeah. I can
Busy.
tell because I'm like the zzz, I be flying too, and I
Yeah.
can tell. Every
Definitely
time I see Dezzarae, she be like, "Hey, Sonny." Pew. I was like, "Where she go?" Pew. She be like, "Would you like some wine?" Pew. Pew.
Me over here, shit.
I swear to God,
Teasing
Dezzarae.
me.
Pew. She pop up from behind the bar. Would you like red, blush, wine,
We have it
cheese?
all.
We
We
got
have it
you.
all. We have it all.
And then she fall away. Then she come back. Pew! And still be holding her
And
conversations.
Sunny's a comedian too, y'all. So if you didn't know, and she's hilarious.
I'm
She got
trying
me
to
going
tell
already.
y'all, Dezzarae be holding on the conversation. She don't forget what she said to you. She had 3 conversations with 17 people and remember all what she left off.
Look,
She said, "I got that other part for you. Can you go over there and open that cork?" And then, you got children?
I do.
I
have
can
one
tell.
son. Yeah.
You got one son?
I have one. Mhm.
So you just kept the legacy alive, just one. You just
Well, it wasn't by plan.
It wasn't by
If
plan.
you know anybody's single, I'm still up for one. I'm up for one more. I may have a couple years to squeeze one
You
more.
still got a
out.
few more.
Yeah.
You still got a few in you.
I still might. I think I have one more in me. Maybe.
I ain't mad,
We'll see.
mama. So in
My
other words,
son-
you living a single life.
Yeah, my son would have it. He'd be like,
"Do you see my shirt, girl? I wore the right shirt today."
What is it? Learn
the
the
do's and don'ts of dating.
yes.
Girl, I brought it for you today.
That was for me,
Look at the
'cause
divine order.
I need to. I know the don'ts because apparently I keep doing those over and over.
Baby, we're gonna get into
I'm gonna need
that.
to figure out the dudes.
Baby.
I'm gonna need to get them dudes.
Oh,
better.
don't we all?
I need to figure out
The
the
hard
dudes. I feel like I got the don'ts down. The dudes are the problem. But yeah, so I have a son. He keeps me busy. He's 11.
Oh, and he's only 11.
He's fantastic.
So yeah, you still right in that range.
I am.
Because if you would told me he was 20 or 17, I was like, baby, I don't know if you want to do another one. But you still got to. It's
on
not
that
too
cusp.
bad of a gap.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he'll appreciate the little one now.
Oh,
If he was younger, he would kind of be hating on
He
her.
was
But
like,
now,
he's like, I'll help you. I'll do that. And then he's like, well, can we have a
No.
dog in the meantime? I'm like, so you want a sibling or a dog? Like,
he's like, I want something. That's what he telling. He's like, can I have something?
right, because you ain't enough.
Because me and my imaginary friend is running out of conversations.
Right. Me and
That's
these
what that
video
means.
games is getting old. So
I'm
I'm
just saying.
Yeah.
Does he like to go outside and play?
He does. I mean, but it's a different
Oh,
time.
he's an original.
It's a different time. You know,
Yeah.
I grew up in the streets all day, playing with the neighborhood kids, playing
Girl,
basketball, baseball,
everything. Street lights come
imaginary
on. We
things.
hauling butt trying to get back in
Yep.
the house.
Yep.
Now, baby, you be like, go outside. Can you just go? Can you go check the mail and lock them out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just lock them out.
Well, because you're not coming in and out my front door. You're
Right,
not doing that.
right.
No, and if you get thirsty, that's what the water hose is for.
Damn,
The
they don't
old
know
school
none of
They
that
don't know
stuff.
anything about that. They don't know anything about that.
Privilege.
So,
Oh, excuse me. I
look.
forgot where I was. So, like you
Sport-
said, so you had
yes.
your son. He's 11. That's where we got to stay on point because we're gonna have this first part. We're gonna have part 2 of this.
You know,
I'm
you know me. I'll talk about anything. My background is HR, so I can talk about anything and everything all day. That's my thing. Over 20 years, I could talk to anybody. So
I love.
talk about anything. So
I can take you anywhere, and you gonna pop.
I can fit in just.
You gonna pop. I'm ready.
that friend that's like, I'm a good sidekick. Oh, I need to go to this
Yes.
thing. And then my friends in
Yes.
college used to know. I'd be like, where are we going? They got food. I don't know. Let's
Yes.
roll. Food and drink. I'm out. Let's go. Where we going?
Say less. I love it.
And then
I
you always
love
that
it.
friend they could walk off and leave me, and I'll find somebody
And you gonna
to
hold
talk
your
to.
own. You
I'll
ain't
be
gotta
all
be
right.
handheld. I know
I'll be
that's
all
right.
right. like, okay.
I get home. I'm from these parts. I'm in these streets.
We out. So we out here.
And
so
I
we
tell
gonna
you,
do
this
it.
wine is very good. What are we
Yes.
drinking?
Let's see. So that one is
Is this
a
some type of
French
rose?
sparkling rosé. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
It is. It's so nice and light.
I took Spanish, so I can't pronounce the name, but it's delicious.
You took Spanish?
Yes.
I took French and I don't remember shit.
Oh, we'll see. Well, there you go.
Well, I was already in France and I couldn't speak the language, so I had to learn it.
Oh, that's
and
the
I
best way
forgot
to
it.
learn? Oh,
But my
see.
friends were Spanish, so I used to be speaking Spanglish.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Yeah, I
look,
was
there you
messing
go.
it up.
All of the people.
All the time. It was rough. This is
Yes.
a real story. It's not a lie. It's a real story.
No, I'm like, that's the best place to learn.
And I'm
so.
smacking my gum. Y'all excuse me. Oh,
See, you've done this before. I haven't. I feel like you should know that.
I already. I put it into the roof already. I caught myself. And we going live.
Real
They gonna be like,
comfortable.
Sonny, you was smacking on the air, and I heard myself.
That's
So I'm
sad.
sorry.
In the ears, you're like, what's that noise?
Oh, girl, these headphones pick up everything.
sure
I can
do.
hear what you're thinking.
I'm hearing myself talk. I'm like, that's a little scary.
Clearly.
People are just
And it's so
laughing.
funny. People are
Oh,
like,
Busy Beatty is cracking up at us. We only have a couple people. That's why.
listen,
that's okay. Y'all
that-
see
you should have
this.
been here. You guys could have been in the background. You could have been in.
Yeah.
Where everybody? We open today. Would you let
Still
these people
open.
know? What's the address?
8419 Haven Avenue in Rancho Cucamonga.
So where y'all
we're
at?
still going.
Where y'all
Happy
at?
hour tonight.
Yes.
Come
What
on
are
by.
your hours? Till 10?
Well, it's till 8, but if y'all pop in, we'll stay and hang out. We'll stay
late.
and pour some stuff.
We might be outside in the parking lot, but we'll stay
No,
late.
that's okay. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll stay open as long as I'm here. We open and
We
we'll
right
come on and
here.
pour some stuff.
Like physically, right now. You can
We
come,
are.
You can come see us. Come. Y'all want my beeper number?
if you still have a beep, look.
No, I don't actually. I just like to say it. I miss beepers. I told my age.
Let me tell you.
I told on myself. I
No,
love.
you
I still,
when you knew the codes for the beeper.
Yes. You used to be sending them short.
43770 and all the codes. You can put full on addresses in the code and beepers. Anybody else had a beeper? We the only
Ooh.
ones. We the only ones.
Don't act funny.
Okay.
I still remember my old beeper number 6924105. That's what I'm talking
Oh, see,
about.
that's
I
okay.
said it
I
again.
remember.
I was like,
I
beat
remember
me.
that.
I used to have a teal colored beeper.
Oh, you
and
had
you
the
remember the
different
ones you used to be
colors.
able to type the words into? The Motorola one?
No, I was
That
never
was
that
the,
fancy.
it was, oh,
I had the old school black look. My parents
just the
made
one
me
with
put-
beep, beep, beep. That's why I like
Yeah.
Snowfall. You remember on the whole snow? You saw Snowfall?
I didn't see it. No.
Oh, snap, Dezzarae. Okay.
I know. I was
Girl,
on my
that's
reality
good.
shows.
Girl, you need to watch Snowfall.
Okay,
And it's
I'm gonna
about, it's right here.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it. I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
John Singleton. Okay,
I'm
y'all.
gonna
Tell,
watch
tell
it.
y'all friends. See, she be working so much. See,
I don't
Dezzarae.
have time. Yeah.
Dezzarae be being a cheerleader. She be being a cheerleader.
Because life be so crazy that when I want to like tune it down and just not think, that's my reality shows.
I understand.
The Real Real Housewives of so and so. I watch them all.
Yeah. So you just blank out.
I don't have to
that
think about
blank
it.
it out.
And I
I
watch
get
other
it.
people's stuff, and then if I get real bored, I go on my personal Instagram. I'll be arguing with people and debating about different
you
shows
don't.
that I have nothing to do with. I don't even care.
So you need to watch Snowfall.
Okay.
You had to watch Snowfall. Did you
Okay.
watch Breaking Bad?
No, I caught
Oh,
one episode. I've
girl.
heard about it though. I've heard
These are
about
good
it.
writing shows.
Okay, I've heard about
See
it.
how look. This is how you can come to wine now. This is why you want to come to. This is so good.
That's one of my favorites. We finished the
Is that
bottle
this
on that one.
Wait a minute. Don't be calling her while we on live.
Girl, that's my son. He'd be like, "So where's
Ooh.
dinner and what's that?" And
He
what's-
might know you on live, honey. You was talking about
No,
him.
he's not on.
He ain't on IG.
No, well he is, but I'm him on.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
we
right.
don't play
So
that
he's
'cause
only
I'm busy.
11.
Yeah.
He's only 11.
Yeah,
Y'all
so
see the
some of these out
wines?
here,
Y'all see the wines? We got them lined up right here. This is just a few
Yes.
of what she's got in here.
Some of my favorites.
But-
Those are good too.
Yes. So look, Dezzarae, we gotta get back to the thing, girl.
Okay.
We don't ran out.
This your show.
So
Okay,
you
so what
got
we
your
talking
no,
about?
no,
What
no,
we
no, because this is
about?
perfect. It's perfect.
Okay.
So you got an 11-year-old. You have a son,
Yes.
and so I want to know what is this your first business that you've ever done, or I don't want to gap you because I
Yeah.
want to kind of know a little bit more. So I know you're from the
Okay.
area. You had your baby and stuff here, and
Right.
you've done quite a few things. And so I know you were telling me you had a background in.
So my background's in human resources.
Human
so that's what I went to
resources.
school for. I used to
I could
teach,
tell. Don't she look? So I could either tell you was HR or principal.
Right.
One of the two. You can tell.
Either
She's
way,
like,
I was giving you the business.
baby, I'm gonna need you to come to the office.
Right.
And even in HR, that's not the request you
That's the
want.
same. Right.
It's the same feeling.
Yeah.
It's like when the intercom and they call your name on the intercom and you have to come to the office.
Yeah.
You know you about to get detention. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's.
I'm
And
like,
you see
hey,
her face. She's
friend.
like, Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, hey,
You
how
are
doing?
you
gotta
are a
keep on
corporate dream, HR.
Oh
They
my
was like,
God,
oh,
yes.
Miss Henderson, come on in here. And she's like, okay, we need you to do this. Okay, fine, I got you. Where's the handbook?
Right. What does the handbook say about that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
no. So HR.
Yeah. So
but I
that's my
like this for you
background.
way more.
Yes.
Because
I
HR ain't always fun.
No. That's why I drank. That's how I got into wine. No.
Tell the
I
truth,
got
Shane the
into
devil.
wine. But I
You're
enjoyed
driving
HR
the
because I like people. So, and I feel like people, HR is the people side of business. And
It's
I
supposed
took
to
like
be, truly.
statistics and finance and all that.
I hated
Boring.
statistics.
Oh, boring. But like the management classes, stuff like that, those were fun.
Yeah.
And so when getting into HR, I got into, because I knew at an early age I wanted to do it. So I've like worked from the ground up, like benefits and safety, and I've done all the things, payroll, all the things, and I enjoyed it. But the higher up you go, the more stressful it gets, and it becomes less HR and then about politics, and so that took the fun out of it. But yeah, so I used to teach HR. So I started teaching. I was 27, teaching the adjunct faculty at the college. I've taught at a few different colleges, so I really enjoy that side of it.
So like the community colleges or some of the universities.
The universities.
Word. So HR was a long.
Yeah, that was
part
my
of your
thing. So
span.
I was like, okay, this is my career. Is what I'm gonna do.
Right.
And then I had friends and family friends that had businesses. So they'd be like, oh, can you do HR consultant, for the side? Can you help me on the side? So that was like my first little side hustle. Was doing my first kind of little business was HR consulting.
That's cool.
And then
And I can
yeah.
see that.
So,
I can see that, just that resourcefulness out of you.
Yeah.
And
so that fell into, because if anybody would have ever asked me, I never wanted to start my own business. Like that was not.
That wasn't in the cards for you?
No, that was not my path. No, I like the
Wow.
security of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know how that's going right now.
Right. So
Security!
Right. Job security, get my little W-2, my paycheck every other week, That was, yeah. So I did that until I got the third time at being laid off. I was like, okay, well maybe
I might need to have another angle.
I need to have some backup.
But you already kind of you already had the knack and the ability to pivot. You had already had that ability to
Yeah.
pivot. And so after so many layoffs, is this your first real fully on out?
I did HR consulting, so I was doing that. I went 100% for the second time.
Okay.
In 21.
Okay.
I'm getting laid off again from a company. And I was like, you know what? I'm so tired of the corporate politics and all that. And that was after I had worked with the company and did all this stuff through COVID. We had a huge closure because I worked for a casino. So I was part of the shutdown, bringing people back. We didn't have a real leave of absence department. So I became, that was anything that, then they laid off my boss at the time. So my coworker and I, we divide and conquered. Yeah, it was
because you picked up everybody else's responsibilities,
Yes.
including your own.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And all the gaps that were there before.
So you worked through COVID.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I was
Yeah.
gainfully employed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But working from home mostly. But we were on, I was on calls and webinars and stuff all day. And yeah, it was stressful.
I can only imagine. So, dealing with all of that inconsistency and
Yes.
and just that feeling. The good thing is that HR is something you could bring into any business format.
Absolutely.
It becomes a perk. It becomes a strength for you.
Yes.
You know. So so after that layoff and all of that, how did we? How did you go from there?
Right. So during that, my little time off was once I kind of, shut down, I was drinking wine at home and then joined a wine membership where we were at home. We would do wine tastings and get shipped your wine. And so a friend of mine said, she said, well, you're, a member, why don't you become an ambassador and sell the wine? And I was like, I don't need anything else to do. I got enough stuff to do. Excuse me. Ooh, look, y'all, that's the wine. Look. Maybe I need not to have anymore. But
No, this is part of the journey.
I was like, ooh.
let's toast to that.
I'm like,
Freedom.
Excuse me.
I might join you.
I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, oh my. And so I said, right.
So this is the original podcast, girl. This is all unfiltered. You are safe here.
Oh Lord, we be
I'm
watching
not
this later.
gonna
I'll be
tell-
like, what did I
See,
do?
right now you just had a burp. Now I ain't tell you the belch. It's a difference. That was a burp. That was Now if you would have rolled it out,
Right.
that'd have been a different. I would have had to excuse you from the table. You know what I mean?
I'm
No,
like,
we ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
do
step
that.
away for a second. So
Let me go check on my chest.
right. I'm gonna be right back. So yeah, so it was during COVID. I went from being at home, I was still doing a little bit of HR consulting, but my daytime job or the full-time job took up most of my time.
Right.
And I was teaching remotely. And so,
See, here she goes. She had about 4 of them,
Oh,
brother.
look,
Go ahead, baby.
that part. I was doing that. Look, I was the homeschool teacher.
Yes.
My dad moved in with me when I moved out here, so I'm a caretaker for my dad. People don't realize that
bless your
small
heart.
business owners, it's like, we don't just have a business. We're like all the other things outside. When
It
I
is
leave here,
layered.
I'm like one hat to the next, and I'm
Yes.
already in mom mode, caretaker
Yes.
mode, whatever mode.
Which kind of explains the scattered brain.
yes.
You know, you have to be able to balance all these variations of moments that are happening, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking about the other things that's not getting your attention.
Right.
A lot of times,
Yes.
and then it makes you kind of dive in harder to try to get through the things you got. Right?
Yes, yes, and some days are better than others. So
Exactly.
and I thank everybody for giving me grace when I'm behind on something. I need to do something.
But see, I'm glad because you're sharing this, and it gives people a different perspective.
yeah,
One of the things that I try to pride myself on is telling people you can relax and you can talk freely. And a lot of times people just see you in this one capacity as the person behind the bar or the person that's doing this in the business.
right,
They don't think about you in other dimensions.
right,
They don't think about the struggles. They don't know about what it's taking for you to show up and just smile through it.
right.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
part, yes.
So I commend you on that. So you're taking care of dad. You got your son. You're doing multiple businesses at the same time.
right, because a fun
Wow.
thing that I learned the hard way. Because I said, okay, HR, it's been real. I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna be in the wine business now.
Yes.
When you open a business, you don't make any money.
At all.
You don't make any money.
At
So then
all.
then you're like, I have to pay myself. My business can't afford me. So I'm like, okay, let me pick up my HR clients
Something.
again and do that
Right.
while I have this going. And so
And that's when they be looking at me, son. I said loudmouth comedy, loudmouth radio, loudmouth network, loud licensed realtor.
But that part. That part. Right?
And all of it is fishing.
Yeah. Yeah. To see, because things hit at different times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's seasons. There's seasons
Yes.
in business. And you always are dealing with the now, but you always also have to prepare for when the seasons are going to change, because they're
Yes.
going to change.
Yes.
They're gonna go like this. And being an entrepreneur is part of that process.
Right.
Whether you want it to be or not.
Right, especially a new entrepreneur. A new
Absolutely,
business,
absolutely.
And having my HR consulting is a lot different than having a brick and mortar. That's a whole nother animal.
It's another
That's
garment.
Oh my gosh.
It's a whole nother garment.
Yeah, so it's a whole...
And a lot of your clients, every client thinks that they're your client
Yes.
specifically only.
Yes.
And so they're vying for your attention.
Yes.
And especially when you're dealing with virtual aspects,
Yes.
it can be even more taxing. Because there's this thought process that you should be available when I need you to be.
Well, and it's hard because, right,
Yeah.
that's part of myself or like my HR clients. Like,
Right.
I'm different from a different kind of company because I used to work for a payroll company and
Okay.
did HR consulting as part of the company. So I kind of
Okay,
knew the
okay.
gaps and where to come in
Right.
with my clients. So, but, it's a blessing and a curse because it's like, yeah, I'm here on the weekends. I'm not a 9 to 5 person,
Right.
and if you need me on the weekends, because sometimes businesses are open on the weekend. HR
Right.
stuff happens on the weekend. HR
True.
issues happen after hours, after
Correct.
traditional business hours. So I'm like, yeah, you can call me and what have you, but then you get the worlds that kind of then they overlap.
Yes.
So just kind of balancing that out.
And that's not something
Yeah.
you can just delegate over.
Right, I can't.
That
just-
part.
Yeah.
Now in here, you have your door, you have your bartenders, you have, hostesses,
Yes.
servers, whatever those mixes. If you have a special event, you may have a
Right.
coordinator or something like that. This one you can delegate a little more.
I've gotten better at that because
Yeah.
I'm not very good at delegating. Surprise, surprise, right? I know y'all are shocked. because
I wasn't gonna say
because
nothing.
how many women in business on here are we good at delegating? No, because we can do it all.
Control
we're
freaks.
super.
Ooh, did I say that?
We're super women.
Yes.
It's not going to be right unless we do it, though, right?
Right.
So yes,
But then at the same time, when you want to take on the people and opportunity, I'm giving this to you so that I don't have to tell you every inch of what to do.
Right.
So then if you're not able to step in and be assertive, it's like,
Right.
just go away because you're not going to help me right now.
right. If I have to walk you through everything, just never mind. Just
Oh,
sit
every
over there
time,
so
over and
I
over
can-
and over and over and over.
Right.
If you pay attention, it's like, where my shadow workers at? Pay attention to how I'm moving.
Right.
Pay attention to certain details.
Right.
And just gap in.
Absolutely. And I'm really blessed. I have a team that they take the initiative.
That's
you
so
know,
good.
they'll like Erin, who's here. She's awesome. I have
That's
some
good.
other team members. not
Hey,
here.
Erin.
We shot her out. I shot you out.
Hey, Erin. Erin should wave her hand. She's right behind us. She's
Yeah.
back there. There go Erin. She's right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm really blessed. I have a team that takes initiative. Like Bree, she said the other day, she said, here, because we have like games. So if you come and you're hanging out and you want to, play some cards or what have you, we have that.
Right.
And she's like, hey, I made a little flyer where we can
I
put
like
it on there.
puzzles, too.
And I should get some puzzles.
Yeah, you
I
should.
don't know if I have any puzzles. I'm gonna do
Girl,
that.
you need to have a puzzle table up in here. You got these round tables up in here,
Oh,
too?
I should get a wine puzzle.
But you need to
table.
get the small puzzles, girl, because you want people to go home. You don't want them up in here with no 500. Don't bring no 500,000 piece puzzle, and be wondering why the
okay.
people don't want to leave.
You
say
get
that now.
thirsty. You get thirsty when you're doing puzzles.
Yes,
I'll be
you
like,
do, 'cause you be
y'all need
focused.
some more. Yep. I'm like, you want some charcuterie
But you
with
don't
that
want
puzzle?
500 pieces, and they still sitting here talking about this 1 a.m. Like, no, wait a minute, I only got one more part.
I'm like, come
Like,
back tomorrow.
Right. Ain't nobody gonna
That's
bother.
how you
it.
get repeat business. See,
Bam.
that part.
Tomorrow, I will see you tomorrow.
I'm back. Yeah, we
the
are
puzzle
open.
continues.
Right.
Try to do
So-
100, 200, 300.
No, I like that and have different levels. See, I love
Yes.
this. All this brainstorming.
It's wonderful.
So yeah, so I've gotten to the first few months I was open. I was here like all the time.
yes.
My son was like, "Mama, what do you look like? Like what?"
Okay.
I was hiring a lot of people for babysitters and helping out and all that. But then with my
Jeez.
team, and they're like, "Okay, we got it," and we do this, and what about that? I'm like, "Okay,
That's
y'all are good," because that's important. You got to hire the right people.
Yes.
When you hire the right people, then you shouldn't have to be working in your business as much once it gets up and running.
Yes.
So that made a big difference. So like during the week time, I'm not here as much, which is good because I can do the mom thing and the daughter thing and the caretaker thing, and then on the weekends I tend to be here more because that's
Right.
when we have our events and everything. But
Okay.
that was a game, that was huge
Changer
because.
for
But you
you.
know what? I was forced into that because what had happened was shortly after I opened, the Lord was like, you know what? Let's throw a little something. I'm gonna give you COVID. Boom. Let's give you that. So I couldn't be here. So I had to depend on other people.
Girl. And you had that early, early COVIDs was ugly.
No, I didn't get COVID until like kind of later.
2021, 22.
Yeah. And I got it. That was
Yeah.
the second time I had COVID was February of this year. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
the
it was
newer
spaced out.
COVIDs ain't as bad.
Yeah.
But them older first strains.
No, I didn't get thank God.
Ooh, they from 19 to 2021. Oh yeah, they had that wildebeest in it,
No, I didn't
girl.
get.
When your
Yeah.
lungs was like, yeah, that kind of.
No, I didn't
that
get.
kind of
I got the like, I just have a sinus infection, and then it was COVID. Yeah.
COVID. Yeah,
Thank God I didn't get that
I had
one.
the, you know what? I had the really, 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 really bad headaches from the COVID thing.
Oh,
But
see.
you know what they said? The COVID makes the things underlining intensify. And when
So
I
if
was
you already
younger,
had-
when I was
okay.
younger, I used to have really bad migraines.
Okay.
And if I could just explain it, it felt like those bad migraines. We had to turn all the lights off. I couldn't hear something. You couldn't move. And then pump it times 2,000. It was
be
like
awful.
I could think a thought and my brain would be thumping. It was just like I couldn't hardly lift my head. It was that kind of So I just I thought about it. And I said maybe because I used to have really, really bad
And it brought those
migraines.
back, whatever.
Right,
yeah.
right. I don't have high blood pressure, thank you God. I don't have diabetes, thank you God. I don't have hypertension type of situations. So I didn't have any of those things. But
Okay.
it's just those things. That's why, guys, we got to take care of ourselves. And
Absolutely.
wine is such a good thing that a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know. Like I used to live in France,
Yes.
and honey, they drink wine like tea, coffee, early in the
Yes,
morning,
and it's
8
a part
o'clock in
of
the
the
morning.
culture.
Yes, they at the bar.
Yeah, we're the only ones that make alcohol and stuff over here so rigid and such a thing.
Right,
But in
right.
Europe, I mean, so one of my vendors is like German. His wife is from England, and he's German. And they were saying over there the drinking age is like 14. And if you're out
Right.
to dinner with your parents and your parents have you something to drink, then it's okay.
There's no restrictions in France. One of my friends, she had this house party, and she had 12-year-old twin brother and sister, and her little sister was smoking. And smoking cigarettes. And I came downstairs and I was like, and I didn't want to be just,
Like, should they
I was
be-
like, let me ask you a question. Because I am in another country and I
Right.
didn't want to feel like I was being offensive.
right.
And she was like, oh no, it's no age requirement. And I remember riding in the car in Dezzarae. I remember, I would never forget, Lil Wayne came on with Juvenile, and I was in the car riding with my friend. Shouts out to Robert. And we was riding, and he's driving, and I noticed the radio, and I was hearing all of the words as is, cursing and everything.
They don't have a radio.
There's no
version?
sensory. So I said, Robert, where you get this CD? He said, that's the radio. I said, really? He said, oh yeah, they don't censor anything. And but you know what's crazy? And this just goes to show you culturally. In Europe, their teenage pregnancy rate is way less than ours. Right? There's hardly any homelessness.
There's a lot of things that's less than us.
It's so surprising, and it just goes to show you, like, talking about sex and all these taboo things that we make taboo, they don't.
Well, when you go over there, like I was in Italy, so I had the chance to like see the museums.
Girl, you left me eat, love, pray. You ain't take me with you? No, go ahead.
No, like that was on my cause. That's my choir trips. We went on the choir tour in Italy.
I love it.
But yeah, you go to those museums, everything's naked. Everybody's naked and stuff. But
yes,
that was art. So nakedness is not an issue. That's not a big deal for them. They're like,
girl, look.
Like,
I went to art college, and I remember I took my first drawing class.
Oh, did they
and
have
baby,
the
this
nude
skinny
person
man, he walked up in that girl, and he decided to sit right in front of me on a stool and just sprawled. I was like, really, sir? Out of everybody in here, you gonna cock and rock your right here in my face? Like, for real, sir?
And everybody else was just like...
And baby, let me tell you something. I'm a visual artist.
Okay.
I majored in video and film.
Okay.
But that pencil on that paper, girl, it did not look like what he looked like. Girl, and them people were serious. I was like, what the hell are they pointing at? What they looking at?
They trying to get out the side.
And baby, they drawing Picassos. I'm over here looking like Stickman Jim. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't do good with the paint and sip. I'd be like...
Baby.
Mine be abstract.
Now let me do... That's how you do it. But like, this is Jackson Pollock imitation.
Right.
I just splashed.
Right. That's going to be mine. I'll be like, if you squint,
but you know the secret to sipping paints? Make sure they do something like mountains or something. Because then it's...
Well, we've had a couple sipping paints here, and the key is to already have everything drawn out.
Etched out.
And all you have to do is color it in.
But you got some that don't know how to stand the lines.
You know what?
Even with the lines.
You know what? I feel judged a little bit.
I wasn't talking about you, but is you one of them?
That's not everybody's. That's
Miss Henderson. Is you one of them that can't stay in the lines?
Look, as my friend said, that's not my ministry. So that's
no, girl. The 1, 2, 3
I
died.
tried to. I be
girl. That's that wine. That's what's happening.
It's just I just be because I don't then have to focus.
Y'all, it's the wine. Dezzarae be lit and she be trying to paint. She be sippy.
Look,
you don't sip. You be sippy.
I get it in the vicinity. I'm like, are we done yet? Can we drink? Can we drink some more? Are we done with this yet?
You like, I like the sip part. Y'all can paint.
Y'all can paint.
I got your sip.
When we do anything artsy, when we do the charcuterie making classes here, I have yet to finish the charcuterie. We do charcuterie making classes.
You know how there's just some words that challenge you.
It's charcuterie.
So I want to try it. Say it again.
Charcuterie. You gotta say it fast. If you think about it, it's gonna be.
I almost said
charcute.
No, I almost said shit. So,
char.
Is it charcuterie? Charcuterie. Charcuterie.
You added
that don't sound right,
but that's okay. Sonny, where are you from? Are you from
Chicago?
Okay, that explains. Okay, that explains it. Okay, I was gonna say that don't sound southern, but that okay.
Oh my God! So I went to school in the South.
Oh, so you got a little mix of okay.
But let me tell you the real truth. Honestly, I have been imitating people all my life.
Oh, so you got all kinds
and
of accents.
It bust me. It ruined my whole.
Your dialect or whatever. You're like, I know what's coming out.
I'm everything.
Okay.
I promise you, I used to work for the phone company years ago, and I remember this customer walked in, and they were from New York, and they had a heavy accent, and it was like, yo, B, I wanted, my phone bill is not right, B. Something's going on, B. And I'm just like responding. I was like, yo, I know what you're saying, son. I wasn't even trying to.
I do that when I'm in the South. When I'm in the South, I get like,
yeah, it gets worse.
And you all, and I don't know why I just.
Now, if I get pissed off,
fall into that.
Now let me get pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna know I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
Oh. I think Bernie Mac my cousin for real. For real.
I love Bernie Mac.
Because there's just some words and phrases he used, some of my regular language. I'm just going to let y'all figure out what they are. I'm just going to hold that to myself. Yes, we do.
We miss Bernie.
As my mother would say, Marshall Field, but I'm going to give you another syllabalization that I might use in place of that. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. But, I think the biggest thing is that with what you've been able to do here, you have such a dimension that I think it accentuates all parts of your personality. I think everything that you've done has worked you up to this point.
You know, when I look back and I feel like some days I'm like, I look around, I'm in awe. I come in here and I'm like, how did I do this? Like, I feel like it's a dream. Like,
you really did this.
Have this, and it was such a I don't want to say a fluke, because it was kind of like there was a need, and that's how a lot of businesses start, right? They're like, okay, what do I want to experience? What's missing in the market?
Yes.
Can I do it?
What can I effectively bring and change?
Right.
And how would I contribute to?
Right. And how would I do it different? Like, okay,
right.
So you can bring wine to the IE. Okay, there's wineries out here. What you gonna do?
Right.
You know.
But so out here where we are, Rancho Cucamonga, Ontario area, in the Inland Empire, there's a few wineries, but it's nothing like where I'm at in Temecula. That's where all the wineries are down here. But up here, it fits for this area. It just makes sense.
Yeah, and I didn't realize when I moved into. It's so funny how just things are just divine, and just kind of. I just felt like, even though it was not easy by any means, and every day is a different struggle, but how just it happened. I mean, I fell into moving to Rancho. That was not planned. I was supposed to be, after I lived in Eastvale, and I was supposed to be moving to Jurupa Valley. I was in escrow and everything, and it just wasn't working out. And my mom always said, if you have to, like, every now and then I listen to my mom. Right. My mom was like, if you have to force something, it's not meant to be.
Right.
And I've used that in relationship. Well, now, in relation. Like,
girl, don't make me spit my drink out. I was putting it to my mouth.
After I learned the hard way, because at first we never listened to mom at first, right? So relationships, jobs, friendships, businesses. If you have to keep, and this is not working out, and you got to, okay, but do this and that, and you're like, you know what?
It's too much.
It's too much. Maybe this is not what it needs to be. Right. And so when I let that go, where I was supposed to be in Rancho, opened right up. A spot for my son at school, opened right up. Just things fell together.
And it's a good school district still.
Yeah, and it just came together. And so I just could kind of live by that motto. And so when I was looking and starting to kind of open up the lounge, I was like, well, I want a place where it's intimate, because during COVID I started selling wine. And I was doing small tastings and small group tastings, and mostly of people of color, because a lot of times they felt intimidated to go to wineries, because a lot of times you go to wine tastings and you don't see anyone that looks like you.
Very true.
Yeah, and then it's such a hustle and bustle. You go to Temecula on a Saturday, man, the shuttles and buses are rolling in.
Oh, baby, it's deep.
The Napa and all that.
They moving.
Right, and if you don't know about
because we're like
the
the Napa Valley of the South.
Right. And if you don't know about wines and stuff, you get your card, and they're like...
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
You try, what do you want to try?
What do you want to try? What tasting are you want? Here, sign this. Okay, we're going to sign off. Here's your wine. What do you want to try next?
And they're rushing it through.
Yeah, and they're rushing it through. It's transactional.
Right, it is.
And wine is something you should sit and enjoy it and appreciate it. And savor and let it open up and swirl it and smell it and
that's
all
the whole
things.
thing. You sit there, just
just swirl. Look how pretty it is. Look how pretty.
It's like a hula hoop.
Right.
Okay. I love
the hula hoop. I was a hell of a hula hoop back in the day.
I used to hula hoop. I hated. Not hated. I didn't like getting smacked in the face with the double dutch. I used to run in the double dutch.
It sent me to the hospital double dutch.
Baby, it wasn't just you. See, I don't like stuff hitting my face.
It hit me in the eye, and I had an eye issue. And anyway, that's a whole other story.
Man, triggered.
Right. I was like, ooh, my eye hurt.
My sister tore up double dutch. I used to be like,
oh, why you
hit me in my face? I used to have to run in the rope. Yeah, I could not get in the rope. Like, you stand next to the person, you be like,
yeah.
Girl, I mess around. I be doing this for about 5 minutes
because you couldn't get in.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna get in.
You got to time it. You got to time it.
And it was like every time I get ready to move, it seemed like they turned it faster. So I used to be like, oh no, wait a minute, I ain't ready. So I used to have to back up about 4 or 5 feet, and I used to just run in a rope.
I don't know how.
Girl, I was a tomboy. Girl, I was destined to just be. I'm so serious.
Well, that's all right. That was your path. You already knew at a young age. That's okay.
I was bowling. I'm playing basketball.
Well,
I wasn't playing no double dutch. I'm just gonna be real.
I did it all. I was like, whoever's gonna play with me, we're gonna play some baseball, basketball.
Look, I played everything.
I'll play basketball, and I'm gonna go cheer for it. I'm gonna do all the above.
I got you.
I was like, okay, what we doing? I just want to play.
I was down, but double dutch didn't like me. I could skate my butt off. I was down.
Oh yeah, the skating now.
Skating was the thing.
Get me to a skating ring.
Look, tear it down.
It's
But
not-
the double dutch.
Isn't that sad when there's things like hula hoop and skate you used to be able to tear up, and now you go do it today, and your body is like, what are we doing? I take my son skating, for little stuff, and I get out there, and I'm like,
Girl.
and I used to be on the skating thing. I used to squat and skate
Girl.
and put
And I skate better backwards than forwards.
See, I can't
And
do
see,
any
but
of
I'm gonna
that.
tell you, Dezzarae, don't go to Chino.
Yeah.
You go to Chino skate rink, girl, you better know how to skate. Cause baby,
Nah.
they gonna skate you off the rink.
Yeah, I have to be. I feel like I'm on the outskirts, like I'm new, like I'm
Yes.
brand new to it.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember, and I'm like, where's that muscle
Can
memory?
I tell you something? I went skating. I ruptured my Achilles tendon, so I ain't back in my skates yet.
Okay.
Tore it up, girl. So I remember going skating. This is before I ruptured my foot.
Uh-huh.
And was I in Chino? I was somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, and I'm skating. Like you said, I ain't skated in a while. So girl, my head to the toe was like, bleh. I was like, ooh, baby.
Oh,
The little aunt lady, she gonna roll up with me and she was like, ma'am, sir, ma'am, ma'am, sir, ma'am. And I was looking at her, I was like, what? She's
They're like,
like,
Mister is.
oh yeah.
Merge them together. She's like, I don't know. She's like, person of the world.
Ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, can you So she was like, oh, the beginner skaters. I said, excuse me. Oh, I was hot.
You got real offended.
Oh, baby, I was mad.
You looked around. Like,
I could have
you
handled a
talking to
ma'am,
me?
sir. I could have handled all of that. But
Right,
when she
but the
said the
beginner
beginner,
skater-
she said, oh yeah, you need to.
that offended you. You were like,
She said you need to move in. I said, the hell you say?
we need.
Girl,
you
I
to-
need to stretch. I'm trying to stretch out. I'm doing these laps. You gonna mind your business.
Wait, was she like, well, we have a little thing you can hold on to? And
Girl, I'm gonna smack that little girl. I said, listen here, go tell the DJ to put on some skate, bounce, roll, or something. Give me something to work out
That's
up
the
and get my
problem.
blood pumping.
It was the music
There was
that
some
was the
wrong
problem.
music.
It was. You got to have the.
You
skate
shouldn't have been
music.
playing Taylor Swift. I can't
You
get
can't
down
skate
right
to
there. I
Taylor.
can't slate like she ain't gonna give me what I need. Give me some JB.
Yeah, you need some.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago. We JB
You
skaters.
need some TLC
I need some
out
James
there.
Brown.
You need
Give
some
me
Escape.
Give
Yeah,
me some
you need
Isaac.
some.
Give me something
Yeah.
to loosen up so I can,
got to
I
roll
got
with
these
the
long
flow.
legs. Girl, let me open my legs a little bit. Get my ankles around. Let me
Yeah.
get my booty up in there. My booty already up in there. I ain't need to put it up. But let me get around the corner a little bit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And stretch it out. And she told me to go to the middle. I said, girl, ma'am, sir. And she was like, ma'am, sir, go to the middle. I was like,
You were like first, and then she's a beginner. You were like, what?
see, I almost tripped her with my skate, but if I would did, I would have failed.
No.
So I just
Y'all both.
we would have both went down. I said, no, I'm gonna
It
rethink
wasn't
about
worth it. It
that.
wasn't worth it.
I sure
That floor
jumped at her.
hurts too. It hurts.
Baby.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
ugly part about it. Yeah,
I know.
'cause
When-
it ain't
when
like
you go
it used
down,
to
you don't
be.
get up as fast.
You don't fall the same.
No.
Because first of all, you remember back in the day, you break that fall, you can catch yourself. Now you break your fall, you break your arm trying to break the fall.
Yeah.
It is not cute, people.
No.
Don't break nothing.
And then it was like being in gymnastics. I used to fall all kinds of ways, and
Exactly.
you just get back. So I knew
Just
how
get
to
right
fall,
back up.
Get thrown off somewhere. You
Girl, it is not the same.
And nowadays, I'm like, I fall off the curb, and I'll be like,
I'm
oh,
trying
I
to
just stepped
tell
down
you.
wrong.
And then I grew up in Chicago, girl. You know how
Okay.
many times with the ice?
Oh,
Oh, it
see.
ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah.
It is not nothing to play with. So
No.
you slip and fall differently.
Those are the funniest videos watching.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't know nothing about that. Look, we out here. We look. It's like, oh, it's windy.
I know, right? I'm like, oh my God.
It was so windy.
I was checking my
and the
shoestrings.
wind blew in my face, and it was a
Oh
lot.
my God, Kevin.
It was a lot. It
My
was-
shoestrings fell apart.
I'm like,
Oh my
ooh,
God.
it's brisk.
I know it's
Yeah.
for brisk.
That's that cold. I've been to Chicago in the winter. That cold is like no
Baby,
other.
it ain't nothing.
No.
It ain't nothing to play
And
with.
I worked for companies that wanted to relocate me for promotions. I'm like, all right. They were like Rochester, New York, and I was like, no.
Okay.
They
Who
were
wants to
like,
go there?
they were like,
Ma'am?
yeah, Oak Brook, Illinois. You know, in Chicago. I was like,
no.
no.
Hawaii?
Right. And then it was like, oh, then you can go to like either Detroit or what was the other city that we were in? The other city, well, Detroit and then whatever, Michigan.
They was just
It was
bombing.
cold and cold, and I was like, yeah, I can't.
No. That's like the
Yeah.
school in Buffalo tried to recruit me, and I was like, Buffalo? Girl, I'm from
Yeah.
Chicago. I went Florida. I went straight south
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all the birds. I was like, no,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I know. I should have like went to look at like Miami or something. But see, I wouldn't have graduated. So
See, know yourself.
if I would have went to school, if I went to Atlanta,
HBCU, same
if I would've
thing.
went, I probably wouldn't have
I had my
graduated.
black college experience on Savannah State.
See.
But I went to an art college.
Okay.
So you had to go to the school you needed to attend and just go on the campus
And
and,
then go
have
for
an
the other
experience.
classes. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think if I would have went to HBC, I don't know if I would have finished on time.
I
either.
probably wouldn't. No.
The turn up would have been real.
Yeah.
Just know yourself.
Yeah.
I barely made it.
The Lord knew. The Lord knew.
The Lord
Mama
knew.
knew. Everybody knew. That
Everybody
that wasn't where I
knew.
needed to be.
I'm trying to tell you.
So I was right here where I could be easily watched.
Yes.
I remember, let me tell you, my mom was a parole agent. My mom was so cold, y'all. I'm going to say this way. I had, because I was borderline sheltered growing up, right?
Ooh.
Because I grew up in Orange County.
That's really interesting.
You know, yes.
OC.
And so, I got to school and I was like, I'm out in these streets, and I was Miss Social. It was so bad. People would call me and be like, Dezzarae, where's the party? And I was like, okay, so football, they got a party. The football players got a party. And then this fraternity they got, but that's Friday night. And then this is Saturday. I was the
Girl,
go-to.
you knew the calendar.
Everybody knew what was going on. So what had happened was, my grades had dropped. And my mama was like,
Hold up.
you're not
Socialite.
there to be the social.
Yeah.
My mama was like, you need to come home every weekend
Ooh.
until you get these grades up.
Ooh.
And I was like, but
she
I'm
crunched
grown.
down.
And I was like, okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Friday after my
She
classes
crunched
ended,
down.
I was in my 1988 Volvo on the 57 driving home. And everybody was having fun, and I would go back.
You was
on
looking
Sunday.
like Sanaa Lathan in Love and Basketball. She driving that Volvo.
Right.
You
I was in
remember
my
that?
Volvo. That's why I love that movie. I was in my
I
Volvo.
love that movie too.
That's
Oh my
that's a great
God,
one.
it is.
But yeah, so my mom, until my grades got up, so I was like, okay, well,
But at least you graduated and finished.
I did.
You did the right thing.
I did.
I
Yeah.
made it through too, girl. It was challenging.
It was
Barely.
because then
Barely.
I was like, okay, I need to get up out of here. So
Yes.
I need to, yeah.
I'm not trying to be a career
student.
undergrad.
Right.
Yeah. 4 or
Right.
5 is the max. We ain't doing no more than that.
No, we can't. No, that's why I didn't do study
my
abroad, because
God.
I was like,
I did a study abroad though.
And
It was
I wish
dope.
I did that, because I would
Yeah.
have graduated a semester later. It would have been
But
worth
it
it,
still
though.
been worth it.
It would have been worth it. I didn't know. I was like, I need to
Yeah.
get out here in these streets. I need to go make me some money. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. If you in school now, take your time.
Take your time.
Don't
y'all.
rush out here.
Live.
Take your time.
Live.
Live. Get like 1,000 majors. Don't graduate too quickly, because when you get out,
The trick is, especially in California, do not get the bachelor's. Once you got the bachelor's, it's over with.
yeah,
So if you're going to explore, you better explore before you get to the
that part.
yes.
Because 6 months later, student loans.
Pell
was like,
Grants.
They were like,
Yes.
we gonna need your money, and I was like, but I'm only making. What was I making? A college graduate making what, $9 and $11 an hour?
Right. Equivalent to right now after taxes.
Right. And I was like, because I graduated 9/11.
No.
There was no jobs.
That's right. It was ugly.
There was nothing.
It was real ugly.
So, because I wasn't going to go to grad school.
Right.
But I was like, well, I can't work nowhere.
So you did end up going to grad school
I
at
did.
Azusa? That's when you went to
Yeah.
grad school at Azusa?
Yeah.
What did you say your major was for grad school?
Human and organizational development.
I remember that class. I passed it.
Human.
Shouts out to Dr. Barry. She was
Yeah.
my teacher at
Right.
the Rye Kelly Graduate School.
There you go.
Yes,
Hey.
yes.
Yeah, because back then, HR, I was like in the early stages of the early master programs. Not a lot of
Yeah.
colleges had masters in HR.
That's
at the time.
true.
Now you can get online, you can get everywhere. You can go
Exactly.
next door and get it, but you can get everywhere.
Exactly.
But back then, there was like maybe 3 colleges nearby that had it. So
Wow.
that's where I ended up.
So to get to this point and make
Oh,
this
yeah.
decision,
Yeah.
like how does it feel? You've been here like so are you a year?
No, it'll be a year in December.
Okay, we're coming up
So,
on a year.
Yes, it's coming up on
Just
a year.
months
we
away.
We're gonna party all month, because
You
number
turn
one,
up.
Christmas is my
Alright.
favorite holiday. So we're gonna combine the Christmas.
The decor is gonna be beautiful.
Oh, I'm gonna turn it up.
yes.
So I'm gonna have my GoFundMe up. So if y'all can help me turn that, that's gonna be
y'all support.
so
y'all support.
I'm gonna
This,
need that
y'all
help.
support this business, man.
I'm gonna need that help. But yeah,
I'm so
so it
serious.
was. So I started off by being like, okay, let me start with a business plan. So
Yeah.
there's a group called SCORE that's a
Yes.
that's a nonprofit. A lot of people don't know about them.
Small business.
Look up SCORE Mentors. You get free consulting through them.
Mm-hmm.
So and at the time I had connected, because from being my HR side, I was working with them as a consultant and a trainer. And then when I came back, the director of it she was like, well, if you ever need help, I'll help you, because I was in my HR business. I still ain't got a business plan for that, but anyway.
I just know it here.
It's all up here. It's all
Here
up here.
you go. Yes.
Right. And so she said, when you want to have your business plan and all that, let me know. And I said, okay, I should probably plan. So I called her and I was like, all right, her name is Joy Holmes. Y'all shout out to her. She's amazing.
What's up, Joy?
Joy. So she
Joy,
said, so I
Joy.
called her and I said, okay, Joy, I'm ready for my business plan. She said, okay, HR. I said, no, scratch that. We're doing wine now, Joy. We're doing wine. So she was like,
You leaped.
Right. So I said, here's the thing. We're going to start. I have pieces of a vision, and we'll just see if it happens. And if, if it doesn't work out, right? It doesn't work out. At least I tried it.
Right.
So every week we would get together and work on parts of the business plan.
That's awesome.
She would send me out to do my, do my research and come back and
bring
everything.
the analysis.
All that, find out about market, competitors, what I want to do. What's your idea?
There is a whole section that's SWOT analysis.
That part.
Okay, statistical data.
Absolutely. Yep.
Demographics.
Yes. All the things.
Competitor analysis. Break even and profit and loss.
Yes. That was the second.
Projections.
Yes. Projections.
Yes.
Yes. 3 to 5 years. Yes. And especially if you want a loan, you better have the financials together. So I did all that. So once I did that, then I worked with the SBDC, Small Business Development Center, another free resource. You signed up for that, right? Let me tell you these free resources, because you could spend thousands of dollars in a business coach.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the problem is, honestly, Des. These organizations, these institutions have been out here forever. People are lazy.
People don't know.
I used to have so many people come to me, Sonny, I know you got your MBA in marketing. Can you do my marketing plan? First and foremost, you need to be involved in your own stock, because the marketing plan is your vision.
Yes.
Now, I can put it all together once you've mapped out what you want out of it.
Right.
But I can sit here and put a bunch of gibberish on the paper.
And you wouldn't
is it anything
for it, and they wouldn't know.
Right. Is it like, I just don't do people like that. I wouldn't do people like that. And I said, listen, if we're gonna do this, also know I'm gonna charge you, but we're gonna do it together. Because it's your vision. It's the implementation of all of the aspects of what you're supposed to be developing and structuring.
Right. And you have to know. And if you don't know, and
we could work on it together.
Right. Because you have to know yourself as a gaps. And I didn't think about that for marketing.
Yes.
Like, for example, where I went wrong, I should have been marketing way before I opened.
Amen. Say it aloud.
Girl, I should have been marketing way before I opened. And I thought, here's my naivety, right? I've been in this process so long of talking about, I'm going to open up a wine lounge. I'm doing it, and I'm doing that in the build out, and I'm on the social media, and people watching me doing the build out and everything. And I'm thinking I'm marketing. People know I'm open, right? Telling friends and family and the groups I'm a part of and everything. So
that's that philosophy that I build it, they going to come.
That part. And I was like, they waiting. Everybody's excited. They say it's gonna be big. So when I open, I'm gonna get bombarded. This is gonna be like a line out the door. So I said, well, I'm just gonna do like soft marketing, because we still trying to test stuff. When I tell you, day one I was open, I had one customer, shout out to my friend Frederica, who came, and maybe two customers. I know she was one, and she came, and she's not even a big wine drinker, but sorry. And she came and hung out. The support. Right. And I had like all my team here, right? Because we're going to be swamped.
Crickets.
And it was pouring rain outside.
Ooh.
So it was like the weather, the marketing, and still marketing, because people are still finding out I'm here, and I've been open 9 months.
Right. And I've only known about you a few months.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just tells you I should have been doing this.
And listen, and when I tell people, you know what, you need to be 100+ miles marketing.
Yes.
California is one of those places people will drive to you.
Yes, because we used to driving. Yeah.
There's so many dimensional aspects of this place.
Yeah.
That one, if you got something that people would be interested in, California is wine country.
Yes.
Right?
Especially Southern Cal. Yeah, because there's nothing down really this way. Once you get northern, you have more options, but other than like some spots in San Diego, you still have to come like this way to really get vineyards and wine. You're not going to get that in LA. You'll get some cool spots to go to, and they do have some cool wine bars and things, but yeah.
Right. So for you have, why did you decide to do the wine tasting room concept? Why did this concept come into play?
I wanted some
versus going straight into a hardcore winery.
Because I wanted to celebrate other people and what they're doing in wine, especially people, diversity. I really want to highlight diversity in wine.
Okay.
And when you hear wine, you think of the French wine, and those are the best, and and France, all right, they make good wine, but there's so many other places that make good wine.
California has an amazing amount of wine.
We do, and that's why a lot of the French, and we beat them in the 70s in the competition. They came here, but we do a lot of things in wines, and wine doesn't look like one person anymore. The industry is getting more and more diversified, and I started getting into the industry more and being around. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's people that look like me in the industry. There's women in the industry, which is rare to have a female winemaker. Yes. I think it's like 1% of the winemakers are female in the world or something. Very low.
That's
10% of
huge.
the industry are diversity-based brands. So it's very low, and that's worldwide. And that's diversity, meaning that's Mexican, that's Asian, that's Black-owned, that's all the things.
Asian.
Yeah, so it's
indigenous.
right,
Yeah,
indigenous
people of
wines.
color.
Right,
Yeah.
people of color. So I was like, oh my gosh, they're out there and they're doing amazing things with wine. I'd love to have a place to highlight that and talk about wine and wine at different levels. And a
Right.
lot of minorities in our household, we weren't raised drinking wines.
Correct.
I had, and Behringer's a very good company.
MD 2020. No,
But, it was like White Zinfandel Behringer, and that
Right,
was it. But my
right.
parents didn't know
the
about
box,
wine.
the box wine.
The
Reuniti.
we had the Frizzelli,
Yeah, Reuniti, baby.
Right.
Y'all remember Reuniti?
So we weren't the Reuniti. But we weren't raised
funny.
drinking that and stuff. So
Right.
most of us.
Right.
So
The lack of exposure, this
right.
that cultural element.
Yes.
Like you have the cigar, you have the wine,
Yep.
then you have certain spirits.
Yes.
There's these different markets that are not necessarily
They're not
tapped with
marketed.
us
Yep.
entering them as a person of color, and then as
Right.
a woman.
Right.
So there's these layered elements, like you said. It could be a
Yeah.
very heavily male dominant industry.
It is.
Then it goes to the woman side.
Yep.
Then it goes layered again for the people of color,
Yes.
right? And then the the financial aspect of it, the risk factors.
Yes.
This is considered a high risk business.
It's a very expensive business. Be a
It's very-
winemaker and do the wine what they
yes.
do, like from the vineyard level, right?
Yes.
It's very expensive.
Yes.
To do that level.
yes.
And so for someone, and it's a science. It's literally a science making. From that grade, from harvest to when it's bottled and out. There's a
Yes.
lot that goes on in between there. It's not
Because
just
right now this is the season.
This is-
They're wine
this is
stumping.
harvest. Yep.
This is harvest season.
Absolutely.
And we've had a lot of rain. And so the weather, it also determines if it's too dry, if it's too
Yep.
wet. And all of these things affect your crops.
Absolutely.
There's so much to it. And
a lot to
agriculturally, which I think was really, really cool. Like some of the community colleges and stuff like that, they're offering the wine courses.
There's more and more now. And that's the other thing. It was
Yes.
another barrier because traditionally people in the industry, their families in it. So they've been raised at the vineyard and on the winery. They're not going to school necessarily for it. They're learning hands-on.
Right.
It's being passed
Right,
down
generation
to
on generation. That's very
So
true.
now there's more and more schools that have actual classes and courses so that you can learn it.
This is what is it called?
Like viniculture. Or,
Viniculture. Yeah.
So like Cal Poly Pomona has it now.
Yes. I think
you go Northern
MSJC,
California.
I think
do they have
MSJC has a course
Do
too.
they?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I seen something for them, or Palomar. It's one of the two.
Okay.
So so you're starting to see like the marijuana business. That's another.
That's a huge.
Yeah, that's another demographic.
Well, you have now people are even doing wine infused with cannabis. That's
Correct.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. So
What's
don't
your name
come rushing
has Woody Harrelson?
Okay.
He's got a bar in L.A. that's spirits and marijuana infusion.
We'll see.
I heard about it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, especially Cali. Cali has
We
always
have
been
all we have all the
for a
cool
long
stuff.
time been the
Yeah.
trendsetter. With the legal aspects of those things intertwined.
Right.
So I
And-
think here is one of those places that if you're going to get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but I was noticing, and I'm part of a private club in LA and part of the wine club. And again, we were having the intimate conversations
Word.
and wine tastings. I'm like, this is great. This is where the discussions are happening.
Right.
How can I get that in the IE? I can't be driving downtown
Yes.
LA drinking wine and trying to
Yes.
make it down that 10 freeway all the
Baby.
time. So, and right? And so I'm like, this would be great to have these discussions here, talk about different wines here, the different regions, and just have great chats from whether you're new to wine or experienced in wine.
Yes.
It's
So
something
do you
for
hold wine
everyone.
classes here?
I do.
That's cool. Let's talk about that. Like, what all do you
Yes.
offer as far as in the
right.
space?
So I wanna. It was funny because when I first opened, I was like, well, I focused on the wines I was having.
Okay.
And people are like, oh, your wines are great. They taste good. What else are you doing? And I was like,
Right.
what else am I doing? I'm like, I got the wine. Come, what do you mean?
It's one dimensional on that one
Right.
stop. Yeah.
And so then I was like, then I had to become an event planner.
yes, you got this
So-
whole beautiful space. Girl,
Right.
utilize it. Yes.
Well, I was like, well, for other people to rent, but I never thought about doing, that many
Right,
events, right?
right,
So
right.
every month I have a calendar, and I'm like, okay, let me get my events, let me get my karaoke night, let me get my this and that.
That's awesome.
And so so I have everything from karaoke nights. I'm gonna be starting to do the paint and sips, and I do people.
do you do
book
spoken
gardening.
word? This is a good vibe for that too.
The spoken word. When I did the first comedy night with Kevin, we had a spoken word artist.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so once
but
a month-
I think spoken word on its own
Yeah, I
would
did
stand
an open.
awesome in here.
I did an open mic night.
Oh, yeah.
And people signed up, and I only had the ukulele guy that came, and he was amazing.
Oh, cool.
But nobody else showed up.
Ukulele.
So I will try just about, different things. So when my
Yeah.
guests come in, they're like, oh, you should try this, you should do that. I'm like,
But
okay.
you have the ability, wine pairs with any and everything.
I do
So
the
it's
charcuterie
cool.
making classes.
Say
Those
it
have been
again.
fun.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie making
I
classes.
said it, charcuterie.
There's another one this month, so I try to do those monthly.
Very good.
And
And that's become a hot thing.
it is fun. It is good.
It
And
is.
then I started doing one of the reasons why I like working with the vendors I do and I don't work with really the large distributors because, again, I want that personal thing that this is my wine, this is what my family and I have built up, and this is what I'm trying to get out there.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of my vendors coming. I have Roots and Vine. They're a South African. They do South African wine. So
Oh,
they'll be
nice.
here, I won't say next month, but this month in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I like to partner with people in the community. We have a real estate event coming with wine tasting,
Very
wine and
nice.
wealth, y'all. Yes, because once you get to
that's
that
cute.
point, then you start drinking the better wine. But yes,
Yes.
so you take it up a notch. We have the good wine, but
Yeah.
there's some other levels.
Right.
And so I have that coming up. What else? I have Vinos Unidos is doing the thing at the end of the month with their wine,
nice.
a Mexican-owned winery. So those are some other things I add in there because I can talk about their wine all day long, but it's nothing about hearing about how they started their company.
It's better to
their
come
wines.
from the source.
Yes.
And then to be able to take it in and,
Yes.
and have the history and the understanding.
Absolutely.
Like what
Yeah.
we're doing right now.
Absolutely.
I tell people, I'm like, these segments, this is the time to give people the exploration of the business and
Yes.
why you're doing it and why you started it and
Yes.
what's the personality behind this whole engine that you've built.
Right. And have a place that also represents the community.
Yes.
We just did a thing with Walden Family Homes where
Oh, nice.
we collected stuff for foster youth aging out of the system. So I also want to use it as a way to
very
give back.
nice. Nonprofits.
Yes, I worked with the sorority. We did a voters registration event
Very
to make sure
nice.
people are registered. So
And the holidays are coming.
the holidays are coming.
This is a great,
Yep.
so people thinking about their holiday parties for
Yes.
job, for their companies and employees. Consider wine now. I think it's
Absolutely.
because you have a room,
I have
a
another
meeting
room in
room
there.
in here.
I do.
How many people can you capacitate
Depending on how many people, I think 12 to 15.
comfortably?
Comfortably,
Okay.
depending
So you
on
can hold
the month.
meetings here.
Yes. If we move the tables out, you can get more people if it's like row style seating. But yeah, everything from private wine tastings and dinners to full on team building and training. There's a
Very
television
nice.
in there you could do presentations with and connect your laptop and
Very
have
nice.
something different out of the office
Yes,
experience.
Absolutely. And especially in this hub right here,
Yes.
there are some corporate entities. You're near the airport. There's a lot of industrial parks that are in the area.
Yes.
So there's a lot of flexibility. I think that you're giving such a great mixed-use space in a
Yes.
sense. But you're also giving something cultural in the mix,
Yes.
especially in this area.
Absolutely. And then
You
also
know.
I have partnered with magicians. I've had magicians here to do things
That's
as well.
cool.
So, and they're great. They're like members of the Magic Castle, so they're like legit magicians.
Right.
And so just doing different things. I tried to do like a little singles mixer.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm still working on that one, y'all.
That's
I
cute.
need the men to come out for the single mixers, okay? We had women here, and we had one.
Everybody looking at each other.
One guy signed up. Well, more guys signed up, but one guy actually showed up.
Okay.
The other guys paid and didn't show up. I was like, really?
Stop being a punk. Come on here, y'all, man.
I'm
Really.
gonna need the fellas to show up for the
man
single
up,
night.
man up, y'all. Come out here,
Right,
stop playing.
right.
But y'all need to learn come out here and learn how to date. That's the problem.
That's right.
People just want to mix up and then they want to jump.
Right.
Come out here, see how somebody gonna act when we put a little liquor in them.
Exactly.
See if they
Right,
gonna-
come on.
Hey.
So I have DJs here that come here, and I have
Very
different types
nice.
of live music.
Very
So
nice.
I'm gonna do another single mixer before the end of the year.
You
And we're
should.
gonna have
That'll
some
be
games
cute.
with it. We'll have some music.
Get them
so-
prepped up. You need to do it every month.
Right.
Valentine's Day would be real cute to do something.
Yes. So
You
we're
know.
gonna do it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see everybody out here. Tell your friends.
Yes,
So
yes.
I try to do things different. I want to do things that everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Some things, like the paint and sip. I'm not the biggest fan, but people love the paint and sip.
Yeah, it
So
just goes
I'll,
together.
right. So I'll
very
do that.
easily.
But I'm open to other ideas and trying stuff. We do karaoke usually Saturday nights.
Okay.
And karaoke is a lot of fun. And
That's cool.
sometimes I have a bunch of people singing. Some we'll sing. Sometimes I will have the crowd singing with you.
Right.
And that's a good time. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to provide a place where people can come and hang out.
Yes.
Watch the game. We had Super Bowl here in February.
Nice.
I had the Olympics here. We were watching the Olympics together.
Very
And I
cool.
tell people, I've had women even come in and people come in and say, hey, can you put on the football game? And I'm like, yeah, because they're like, well, we don't want to go to the
it's
bars.
football season.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want to go to the bars. That's a different vibe. We want to
that's
be
cute.
we want to be grown and sexy but watch
That's
football.
cute.
So I'm like, okay.
All right. Have
You
have my wine and football.
That's right. And I had the
Yes.
fellas that come out sometimes Friday nights. They're like, can you put on the tennis
So
match?
fellas, look here.
Okay.
The ladies is up in here. Where y'all at?
Yep.
Where y'all at? The ladies,
Mm-hmm.
this the spot. Because people like, oh yeah, what ain't, you gonna have, like when my comedy shows, I'm like, oh, y'all gonna have some ladies? Ladies
Yes.
like, y'all gonna have some guys? I'm like, yeah, they
Yes.
both here in the mix.
Yes. Come on.
But you need to come out and do different things and
Right.
expand your horizons.
And I have all age people say, well, what's your demographics?
Everybody.
Well, for wine, traditionally, it's going to be like 38 to like 55-ish. But really, I get everyone in here. I've gotten people in their mid and early 20s, young
Yeah.
couples. And I have like my friend's mom, she's retired. She comes out. So
Right.
you have everything from like people in
All
their 20s to
ranges.
60s and 70s.
Right.
I have a gentleman that is so close to my heart. He comes on Sundays. He rides his scooter. He parks his scooter over there. He has his walking stick. He walks to the bar. He has a little Kindle. He'll sit there, have a couple drinks.
Read his books and
And
stuff.
read, yep, and he'll
I
read his little
love
Kindle,
it.
and then he'll get on his scooter and scoot
Scoot
on
on out.
And I'm like, okay,
I love it.
so a little bit of everybody,
Yes.
a little bit of
I
everybody,
love
and I
it.
love that. I love when you can walk in here, and you don't know what the demographic may be on a different night because I love that.
And everybody
it's
just
that
meshes
diversity.
in.
Mhm.
But you come in and it's good energy.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So I think I think it shows. You see the pride of ownership. And for those of you all that don't know, she built this out. This was not what this looks like now.
No, it
So
was
there was a
not.
lot of sweat and tears into this. How
It
long
was
did it
not.
take you to get when she came in to get open?
too long.
How many?
Because here's the thing that people don't realize: there's so many steps that have to happen before you even start your build out. Because the
Absolutely.
city has to approve you.
Permitting.
So you have to have someone get you your plans.
Right.
The city has to say yes, and then you have to get permitted,
Yes.
and then you have to get approved. So Rancho has their own water district, so the water people
Right.
have to
Rancho
sign
Water,
off,
right.
and then the city signs off, and all of that costs money.
Right.
Nobody tells you there's all these money things along the way,
Right.
and then you have to find a contractor.
Correct.
So, and then my naivety, they were like, well, what did your designer say? I said, designer, y'all, isn't that what contractors do? They're like, no, we
We go
build
from the
out your
plans.
plans, but your designer helps you with your colors and stuff. And I was like,
Ooh.
design. So, praise God, I have a friend of mine that she's a
Wow.
designer,
She
Delight
stepped
Designs,
in.
yes. And she
Okay.
and I said,
Plug. She
I
plugged
called
you.
her. Of course, I plugged her. She's the bomb.
Yeah.
And I said, I said, do you do designs? Do you do commercial? Do you do just residential? She said, I've done some commercial. I could do it. And I said, okay, Tiana, we're going to do this. And so Tiana took what
That's
Delight
so
Design
cool.
with another plug. And she was amazing, just
That's
picking my
awesome.
brain. And she would send me pictures. And I said, these are the colors I like. This is this I like.
And it's so calming.
And yes,
I
and
love
it
the
was
color
perfect.
scheme of which the palette that you chose, the accent,
Mm-hmm.
just like the barrel counter when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
So you got all these cool, nooks, and here
Mm-hmm.
we got different wines. So how many different wines do you carry?
Oh, I wish I knew. I mean, probably at least 20 or so, 20 to 30 or
Okay.
so, maybe more. But
Okay.
I'm trying to think because I'm constantly adding and adjusting the menu
Okay.
because that was another thing, kind of thinking what's everyone gonna like. So
Right.
about 90% now at this point, I'm choosing all my wines. I had a consultant in the beginning help me with filling some of the gaps because I was going places like, yes, I want you on my shelves, you on my shelves, and she was like, I'm gonna need you to bring it in. So now I have like an idea to do it, but so yeah, and I change them seasonally.
Oh,
so I
cool.
choose all my wines, I taste them, and now I have the smaller distributors I do work with, to help fill in the blanks, and they'll suggest some.
Right.
But I taste them still. My team and we taste them.
That's
and
awesome.
see what everybody's gonna like.
I like it. I
So
like it
what the people want.
right.
So
So for you, we're coming up on a year.
mhm.
What have you not necessarily accomplished at this point that you still got your sights on?
I want to increase my membership group and have really
Okay.
like a
So
true
you have a
membership
wine
program.
membership.
I do have a wine membership.
Oh, speak
Mhm.
on that. Okay.
So I
okay.
want to add to that because I've been a member of several wineries. I'm still a member
Okay.
of two.
Okay.
Look, I still ain't dropped. And I love that member experience, that VIP
Right.
experience. It's
Yes.
fun. So I want to create that. And I love going to wine events. And the IE, as big as we are, there are not really like wine festivals in here. And I'm working on that part. But in the
Yeah,
meantime,
because La Jolla just had one.
Yeah, you
last
go to
weekend.
San Diego. Yeah,
Right.
San Diego, LA, and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, that's how I feel like with
Orange
like,
County.
Yeah, I feel like
Everybody
where there's
around
those
us.
gaps, you feel them. Like for me, I'm getting ready to do a comedy festival in April of
Yes.
2025. Temecula is ready. You know,
Right.
like Rancho has this element. You know, Victoria Gardens is over here.
Yes.
You got the Haven City Market here,
Yes.
and there's a mixture of like that food mall experience. But you're in a standalone space.
I am.
So you
Yeah.
have so much more flexibility.
I do. Yep.
Yeah, so you have that. I think you're in that right region to provide, and guess what? You could do your own wine festival.
And I'm working on that. Yep. I am working on that. So
You could do your own wine festival.
So look for 2025.
Yeah.
Figuring that out because
Yeah,
we shouldn't have to, in the IE, we move out here for a different quality of life, especially like families.
Slow it
and
down
things
from
like
LA
slow it
or
a
San
little bit, slow
Diego.
down, right?
Right.
But every time that we want to turn up a little bit, have a little bit of that piece
Right.
of LA, we shouldn't have to be driving all the way to LA for it,
Right.
all the way to Orange County for it,
San
all the way
Diego.
to San Diego for
Right.
it. We're already commuting for work. Why do we have to commute on the weekends?
right.
So it's like, let's stay right here in our own community,
Right.
and you just come right here. It's easy
Absolutely.
to catch an Uber or Lyft over here than trying to pay,
Especially if you drink
$100 to go to LA or
Right.
Orange County.
Correct.
So, absolutely,
I agree.
Yeah.
So for you, babe, now at the point you're hitting your year and everything,
Mm-hmm.
what is the best part of this experience been for you so far?
Oh my gosh, the best part are the relationships I built with my guests that come in.
That's cool.
They come in, and I've gotten people from all over, which I love. I
Yes.
love the guests, the repeat guests that come in, and you come in, I'm like, hey, it's so and so, hey, and I love that. I love when I get someone who's new to wine,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
can introduce them to different wines.
The wine virgins.
Right. And every
Yeah.
now and then I get someone that they're experienced in wine. Like I had someone that came in and it was he and his wife and we're chit chatting, and he was in New York. He was I don't know what level it was, but he was a somm in New York, and he specialized in
Wow.
Spanish wines and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, and blind tasting. So I was having them blind taste. It was a lot of fun. But we were having
That's
some great,
cool.
talking about wine on a different level. And then when he's like, oh my gosh, you have some great wines, it's like validation. I'm like, oh good, thank you.
because somebody's speaking a language,
Right.
and they're giving you another perspective.
Exactly.
I can appreciate
And so
that.
I can appreciate that, and I
Yes.
love that.
So that was something that you could take in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just
That's
having
cool.
great wine talk. So that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And then my team. I have such a great team because when I was opening, I was like, my build out we started in April, and it should not have taken as long. That's a whole other story. But I opened in December. And so, and it was like, okay.
So you had about a 6 month time. No, 8 months.
8 months. Yeah, it should have been 6 months. It was 8 months.
Right.
And so it was like hit and miss. Like, okay, I think I'm going to start here. I'm going to be ready to open there. Like, I didn't know. So when it was closer, it was like last minute hiring, like a week and a half before I opened.
Ooh.
So, and it was like, okay, I got to hire my team, train them, and then open 2 days later.
Wow.
So, as an HR person,
was
I'm
quick
like,
turn.
right.
Yeah.
And that's, you never want to have to like rush hire, but I'm like, okay, let's go with my instincts. And so, and hired a great team, and most of them are still with me. And
That's
some have,
cool.
and some have moved.
That's rare.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And they've been
Yeah.
amazing. And I've hired people since who've been amazing.
That's cool.
And so now I'm really picky about who's comes into our environment for my team.
Because they're a representation of you.
Right. And my thing
Yes.
is service. Anybody
That's
can
it.
learn wine.
Right.
Because
Because that's all you got. Wine and service.
Right, but
That's
you,
it.
right, but you, and there's a lot of places that have nice decor. But the
Right.
people where they come in here and you have good food or good wine somewhere, but you have horrible service, they're not coming
They're
back.
not coming back.
So when I get reviews,
And they're
they
gonna
say-
talk about you.
and they're gonna talk about you, right?
Yeah.
So when I get reviews and people say, "Oh my gosh, you have great service," and so was great, and they explained this to me, and that's where I'm happy.
Yes.
And I'm like, great, you had the experience that I wanted you to have.
Yes.
When people come in, they get greeted, and Bree's amazing. She's so sweet. She's like, "Hi, you doing?" I love
She
that.
she gonna see you.
It sets the tone from the minute you
Right.
walk in the door.
Right.
Have a place to sit. What do you like to drink? Here's our menu.
Right.
You're at home here. What would you like to try? What's your
Absolutely.
experience?
And
you
you
know.
have such a great wine. This is actually part of your wine list here.
And I have beers
So-
that I offer as well.
Oh, cool.
Because I don't want anyone to be left out of the experience because
Right.
they don't drink wine. I
Right.
have non-alcoholic wines and stuff
Oh,
as well.
nice.
So if
Your
someone doesn't
sparkles.
drink, I have sparkling wine. I have natural wine, biodynamic wine, organic wine. So we have all the things.
That's so
And
cool.
beers and non-alcoholic beverages too, and sodas
Yeah.
just for And so I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, we want to do a girls' night or a guys' night, but I don't drink wine. I don't want to feel weird. It's
Right.
like, no.
And they're not part of the mix.
Right.
That's cool.
They can still
so
come
that's
and
thinking
enjoy the
ahead
experience.
and making sure that
Absolutely.
you can accommodate your guests.
Yes.
I love it.
I went to a wine bar in LA, and I met a friend of mine there. And there's something in wine in the wine that gives her a little bit of allergy.
Oh,
and so we
wow.
met there, and they had a full kitchen and foods that we're eating. And so she's like, "Oh, I don't drink, but can I have a soda?" And they're like, "Oh, we just offer water and wine." And I was like,
wow.
"What a miss that is!" I'm like, "Oh," and I felt bad, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I suggested we meet here, and then
And
you
you
can't
have no
even,
option.
you don't have any options." So.
Wow.
Right. So I was like, okay, no.
People don't think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's those things that you try to do that make the difference, and you try to be considerate of the whole. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
that's so wonderful.
And now I don't have like an extensive list of beer and things like that, but
Right. But
I
you got
try to
something
make
for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's usually not going to be the beers that you get in the store. It's going to be family owned, diversity based, like Three Weavers.
Cool.
That's a Black woman old brand. The Three Weavers is named after
Oh.
her 3 daughters. It comes out of
I never
Inglewood.
I gotta
Yep.
try it. I never heard of
Three
it.
Weavers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay. I learned
right.
something new. I want to try that. So do they
Right.
have like IPA?
It's an
and-
IPA, yeah.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of it. I
That's
have
so
I have a
cool.
blonde.
Okay.
That's
I like
right now I
blonde.
do a honey blonde. That's pizza port, which is
Okay.
a known one, but they're a small group. And I have what's it called? I have your not seltzers, but ciders.
Okay.
You know,
And
so I
like
have that
ciders,
right.
too.
So some people like the
Yeah.
ciders. So just a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But
Because-
that's that part you have to be prepared for your demographic,
absolutely.
and that's smart strategy.
yeah,
Because you got to be strategic.
Right,
You have to
'cause-
be strategic.
Right, because I want people to come here and
Yes.
feel comfortable, feel like there's
And
something
nobody
for
feel
them,
left out.
and nobody
Because
feel
that'll
left
affect
out.
your group. If you got people that can't get something and somebody's left out, somebody ain't gonna have a good time.
Right.
And they're gonna be kind of like, oh
And
yeah,
they're
that
gonna
was
be-
cool.
yeah,
And they're not gonna
alright.
really want to hang.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, and it
Yeah.
kills the whole. But yeah,
It gives the whole vibe.
Yeah,
Then
so I
and
don't
then the
want-
group feels bad, and they're like, well, we can just leave.
yeah. Next time
and-
we won't come here. Yeah,
Right.
no.
Right. You don't want that experience.
No, I don't want that experience. I want everybody to feel comfortable. Come and have a good time with your group.
Yeah.
I've had people do their book clubs here, and that's great. I've had people
Nice.
come in and do what else? Oh, what I love that was close to my heart. And again, I love being a part of people's experiences.
Yeah.
So there was a woman who came here for another mixer event. She said, "You know what? My son's going off to the police academy. I want to send him a going away."
very
And she's
nice.
like, "I would love to have something here for him." And to be a part of that and have their friends and family come here to see him off as he becomes a policeman
That's
was so
cool.
special to me that she chose
That's
here.
so-
You
that's
know,
a cool thing. That's,
and
to
that
have
was
some
really
type of
sweet.
yeah.
And that means as
I
much to
like
me as people
it.
having a birthday here or their bachelorette here or something.
Divorce parties.
Look, I hope you celebrate. Look, I've been divorced a time or two. I can help you celebrate. Right? Divorce party and then come back for the single night. So,
Yeah, that part.
yes.
Cheers. Yes.
Right? So I, want
So
people to have
I
an
love it.
experience.
I love it.
Yes.
You know what? What I want to have you do, and this has been an amazing interview, and I appreciate everybody that's been on social media that's been listening and
Thank
following
you,
this conversation.
because we've been looped around.
Man, I don't told my wine up. Ain't
Well,
nothing
you know, I need
left.
another glass. See,
Oh
you
my
got the-
God! I'm gonna try the Three Weavers. I want to try that.
Yes.
So
yes, yes.
I want to have you give your social media, your website,
Absolutely.
and your hours of operation, so people know when you guys are here.
Yes, everything is Wine Now Lounge. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on
Nice.
LinkedIn under my name. I don't know if anybody goes on LinkedIn, but yeah, Wine Now Lounge. So are the socials, website, www.winenowlounge.com, you know. So if you
Word.
want to know what events we're doing, you can go on the website. You can sign up under Stay in the Know and you'll get emails. Instagram and Facebook are the fastest ways I update because it's like right here, you
Yeah,
know.
there you go.
And so it's easy for me to do that. And then come into the lounge. You can find
That's
out
it.
too.
That's it. And tell the address
And
again
then-
where you're located.
8419 Haven Avenue, Rancho Cucamonga, California, 91730. Open Wednesdays through Sundays. So
Okay.
open at 5 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we're 5 to 8 or until everybody leaves. Look, we still got someone here now. We're still open. On Friday nights, we're open till 5 to 11. On Fridays and Saturdays, Sunday 1 to 6. And yeah, and then for special events,
You can book.
yeah, you can book, and we'll be open. You know, open when you want me here
To
Look, you wanna
accommodate.
book? Yeah, we'll
I love
accommodate.
it.
And then trying to think what else. What else should I throw in there? What else y'all want to know?
I think for events, how much time are you saying that people should try to reach out to you to book? Because we're getting closer to the holidays. So would you say if
Right.
you got something going on, try to get a few weeks in advance?
I would say yes.
At
As soon
least?
as you know, at least the furthest out I book is usually like 3 months out. But if you know within the next month or whatever you want to book something, go ahead. I'm starting to get more bookings right now for different events.
Okay.
So as soon as you know, reach out. You can go onto the website and do an events under there and put in kind of like your interest and what dates you're looking for and what you're interested in. And I'll contact you and we'll work that way to get a proposal going.
Wonderful.
But, I have some people that'll reach out at the last minute like, I need this done. We need a place for a mixer or a thing, And if I can do it and make it happen and get my team here, we'll try and make it happen for you.
Nice.
Because I've become a pseudo like event planner. So
Yes. Bam.
we can be creative. I have an event coming up that we're doing for them, a charcuterie making class with the guided wine tasting with it and the pairing with it. So
Very
for like
nice.
30 people. So that's going to be a little interesting. It's going to be busy, but that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And just whatever experience you want to have.
How many people can you accommodate in here? Full max?
It depends. Well, technically 111 is what the fire
Oh,
department
cool.
says,
Yeah.
but that would be that's everything packed.
Right.
Comfortably
Oh, yeah,
for like
100,
I
75?
would say, yeah.
Okay.
Now for my grand opening, for my ribbon cutting, we have like 90 something people in here. It was packed.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend that exactly.
Right.
But depending on how you want to do the setup and, have some highboy tables and stuff like that, you can get a good amount of people.
Nice. Nice.
So, yeah. and if-
Dezzarae.
I partner with people for brunches. I got DJs for you. So if you need partners or if you want to become a partner,
Nice.
reach out to me. So, yeah, I want to
Very
be
nice.
that spot where people go to and hang out and have their events and host. So, why now, y'all? Come on by. Come on by.
Yes. Well, Dezzarae, thank you so much. I've enjoyed
Thank
this
you,
to the
Sonny.
fullest.
Thank
I'm gonna get
you.
me a re-up.
We're going to get you some refills.
We're gonna get. I need some refills,
empty.
girl. I am on E. Okay. Ooh.
See, there was a little drop. See, you could have that drop. You didn't drop. You missed the drop. Yeah.
And I was on live when it happened, so
That's
I
why you
didn't
got
wet
black on. That's why you
myself.
were black.
bam, I didn't wet myself. Dezzarae, thank you so much, honey. And guys,
Thank you.
support this business. Go to Wine Now Lounge, check it out. Follow on
Yes.
Instagram, follow on Facebook, follow on TikTok. And congratulations. And I just
Thank
look forward
you.
to your success. I'm so excited that we have been able to come together and connect. And I know you're going to do extremely well. And this
Thank
is what it
you.
takes. We're in a crazy economy. It takes stuff like this to know about businesses. Go and support them. Don't come here and say, "Oh man, they were good. What happened?" You wasn't coming.
It wasn't coming.
You need to come. We need the support, right?
It comes sooner than later. People are like, "Oh, I've been watching you since February. I was gonna come. Come sooner."
Yeah, February when?
Come
Come October now, right? So
Come on now.
thank
Come
you.
on now.
Thank you,
Yes.
Dezzarae. This has
Thank you
been
for
an
having
amazing
me.
interview, guys. And just so you know, I know we streamed this live, but this entire interview, plus our media partnerships and all of that good stuff, will be available on loudmouthradio.com and is going to be on your favorite podcast platform. So if you're iHeart, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple, Google Podcasts, this will be streaming for you within the next few days. So guys, thank you.
Thank you guys
Thank
for coming
you.
in. I see people who have been coming in and out of the live. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll post it. It'll be long and interesting to listen to. But hey, if you
Yeah.
driving the live, then that'll keep you company in the car.
I'm trying to
so.
tell you. Later.
Right.
Later.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Cheers,
guys.
you guys. Cheers. Cheers. Tink tink.
You're listening to the Loudmouth Radio Network. What up, everybody? This is Sonny, your Loudmouth of Comedy. I got something to share with you guys. You listening? Check it out. Sonny's Loudmouth Comedy Presents is coming to what? Shooters Bar and Grill of Temecula. We're doing comedy and karaoke every third Wednesday live comedy event, right? We're doing open mic, featured comics, and we're topping it off with karaoke. Now, this is the best part. I need you to get your tickets. We're doing advance tickets and table reservations. We're not doing anything at the door, which means you need to get your tickets. And you need to go to where? Loudmouthcomedy.com. That's LOUDDMOUTH, loudmouthcomedy.com, all together. Get your tickets. Tell the homies. You can get you some reservations for tables, seating. Also, listen, if you are a comic or maybe you do spoken word or you might sing or something like that, you want to take part in the open mic, I need you to go to loudmouthcomedy.com and get your opportunity to get registered and signed up for the open mic. It's limited spaces. Don't let me tell you I didn't tell you ahead of advance. Now you gotta do this in advance, right? And you need to be registered well in advance, okay? So you need to go to loudmouthcomedy.com. Uncontrollable laughter, great food, drinks, and a comfortable atmosphere. I can't wait to see you.